Peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Sling. Hoping I got another video for y'all. This video, I'm going to be showing y'all a clip in which Remy was on the show, and she basically was speaking to the point that, you know, the media convicts people in a lot of public cases. So I'm gonna show y'all a video clip, then I'm gonna come back.
Yo, this hashtag protect black women, is it a real thing? Because everybody be talking about the black queens, but I feel like when Meg and that whole Tory thing went down, nobody was really standing up for her.
I mean, the thing with that is nobody knew the truth.
I don't think nobody still knows the truth.
They don't, but I'm saying it's hard. You can't tell somebody to protect somebody when they, just because one of she was lying.
But we knew she got shot.
Yeah, I'm just saying for the people, like, I stay out of people's business if I don't know what's going on. If I don't know if it's true or not, I stay out of the way.
I hate Remy so much. Why are you looking at me? You don't think Meg got shot?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm not in the space to talk about anybody getting shot.
Because you don't know, because you want to know, right?
she ain't seen the paperwork.
The black and white, you ain't seen black and white?
I see the black and white. I wasn't there.
But
I feel like when it comes to public cases, the media convicts people and the media determines what a verdict is. Yeah, sure. And from coming from somebody who was on trial before and who's like, everything is never 100% on each side. So each side is going to bend so that it goes to whatever caters to them. So I just feel like a lot of times when it comes, especially with celebrities, everybody go with who's their favorite and what they feel is what.
Now, I know y'all seen how the hosts try to like razzle dazzle, you know, spice some shit up. Like, why you looking at me like that, Remy? You don't think she got shot? Like, and this is what some of these dudes do, right? This is their job to kind of like get people to say certain shit, like Vlad, right? Vlad be trying to get artists to say some wild shit, you know, or some spicy shit, you know, for the views. And this is just the times that we are living in. People are trying to take quotes just to get views, just to get people talking about certain shit. But before I even go on my commentary, if you click on the description below, you can purchase my book, Who Profits When Black Men Gangbang. You can also click the link to a documentary that I'm in, We Came to Heal. You can also subscribe to my channel membership, right, to access other videos, which I gotta start posting, by the way. So boom. So I got 4 points in this video, right? The first one is he mentioned something about the hashtag about protecting black women, and a lot of times I made another video about this, speaking about how and why it's hard to protect black women sometimes, a lot of times, right? And one of the reasons is because a lot of these modern day women have become aggressive, right? They are too masculine. They don't want to listen. They don't want to be told what to do. They think everything is about control. So even when you try to advise them or you try to tell them not to put themselves in certain situations, they do whatever the hell they want to do. But then after the backlash comes from them putting themselves in harm's way or in certain situations, then they expect men to just jump out the window and protect them and defend them. Like, no, like, men not about to sit here and be your missile whatever direction you point, he supposed to just fire and shoot. No, men need to, and men need to start paying more attention to this. There's a lot of brothers who have died because of women, because women have put them in situations because they didn't want to listen, or because they wanted to run their mouth, or they wanted to get in some dude's face and slap them and spit on them. And like, I've seen all type of stuff that these women be doing, right? And then when somebody smack them or when somebody do something to them, they want to be like, they want to call people, right? But in reality, a lot of times they start these situations. So it's kind of hard to protect the sisters because of that. I give you a scenario. It was this woman. I could give you a whole bunch of scenarios. It was this woman that, you know, I was dealing with back in the day. And then she started dealing with some other dude, and I told her, like, yo, don't deal with that dude. Like, I was like, look, this ain't even on no jealousy shit. This is just on some I care for you. Like, don't mess with that dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? She didn't listen to me. She went about her business. She was dealing with the dude. Long story short, the dude ended up, he started to beat on her. He started to do all type of shit to her, right? And I was just like, yo, like, I told you, don't fuck with that dude, right? So this is just one example of, like, you tell some of these sisters something, and then they don't listen. Like, and then they expect you to defend them and protect them. So it'd be kind of hard to protect the sisters because their character and their attitude when somebody's trying to look out for them. They also say all the time, they remind brothers all the time, like, I don't need you, I don't want your protection, I don't want this, I don't want that. So it's like, it's hard to protect them. Point number 2, we don't really know what happened, right? That was mentioned in this video, that nobody really knows what happens except the people who were there, right? There's always 3 sides of the story. It's going to be Meg's side, it's going to be Tory's side, and it's going to be the actual truth of what actually happened. Because a lot of people tend to remember stories the way they remember them, right? They miss out on certain things, they leave things out. So nobody really knows what happened. And even the people, somebody could come here in the comment section and be like, but he was convicted, but he have the audio and he was talking to Kelsey, and that don't mean nothing. We still don't know what happened. We was not there. We don't, if you wasn't there and you seen it with your own eyes, you don't know what really happened. And even if you've seen certain things, sometimes you don't even know what sparked it or why did it start, or so our information is still limited. So imagine us from the background, from the outside looking in, making our own conclusions, arriving at our own, ideas of what actually went down. We don't really know. And I think that people need to look at it for what it is. You don't really know what happened. Well, yeah, we know what the outcome is, but a lot of times, sometimes people can't prove their innocence, right? Like, and that happens a lot. Like, how many times we see brothers come home because they was wrongfully convicted, right? How many times, even though people don't testify against them, how many times we seen like cops planted evidence, or the DA did some foul stuff, and then DNA overturns, like, rape convictions. Like, it's almost like every day somebody coming home from doing a lot of time because they was wrongfully convicted, right? So that just shows you that just because somebody is convicted of a crime does not necessarily mean that they're guilty or they did it. Just like somebody that beats it doesn't necessarily mean that they are not guilty. So the next point is, she said the media convicts people, which is so true, right? Because the media is going to sell the story in one way, right? And every time the media sells it, there's a perp and there's a victim. That's it. It don't even matter what the case is. Like, even in my situation, right? Even though a dude came to my house and he was threatening me, I'm the one that shot somebody, right? So in the eyes of the media, he's the victim, I'm the perp. Even though I might have been defending myself, I might, it don't matter. They don't care. You shot him. He's the victim. You the perp. They don't care about nothing else, right? So the media operates under that, right? They don't care if the person is lying. They don't care if the person is fabricating the story. All they know is, well, somebody got shot or somebody got harmed, and they're saying it's you. They don't care whether it's a lie. They don't care if it's malicious. They don't care what is the motive. They don't care about nothing. They just care about putting out a story about what happened, and basically swaying people to go in whatever direction they want to go, right? And this is also what happens in court. I said this in an earlier video. This is what happens in court. When you go to court, the jurors don't care about the facts, right? In court, in trial, the best liar wins, right? The jurors don't care about the facts. They only care about how they feel, right? They don't care about the logic behind the case, what is the evidence. They only care about how they feel and how the prosecutor makes them feel, right? And that's usually how people get convicted, based on emotions, right? When people go out to vote is another example. Well, this is I'm going off course, but yeah, the media convicts the people, right? The media tells the story. That's the story that everybody gets, and a lot of times we don't even get the other side of the story from the media, right? Because the media is already like doing their propaganda thing, and they're doing it in a one-sided lens and who they want to go against, right? Which leads to the last point is everybody goes with their favorite, right? Like what Remy said, and people do this when it comes to voting. People do this in everything, right? People do this in sports. People do this everything, right? Think about it. In voting, people do the same thing. People will not pick the person who is good for them, but they'll rather pick Democrat. Like, black people pick Democrat every single time. Why? Because those are their favorites. They just been bamboozled for decades because these are my favorites. This is what I've been told. This is what I want to do. So even though the Democrats been screwing them and fucking them over for decades. They still pick him because they're their favorites, right? In elections, the people are swayed not by the facts. They're swayed by who could speak the best, who makes the most most good sounding empty promises. This is how people are. Again, people are going by how they feel. So when it comes to court, when it comes to these things, it's the same thing, right? People, this is why they always bring up your past. This is why they always try to throw smudge on your name. They always try to say, oh, you got a rap sheet this long, because they're trying to make people dislike you already. They bring up, oh, when he was 12 years old, he killed this cat. Like, they'll bring up a whole bunch of stuff just to tarnish your reputation, right? Why? What does that have to do with the facts of the case? Nothing. It don't got nothing to do with the facts or the evidence or you know, what is being presented. But why they do that is because they're trying to tarnish your reputation, right? They're trying to have people look at you and feel about you as if you're a no good person, as if you're a no good citizen, as if anything you say is not credible. And this is why they do that, right? So it's not about the facts. It's not about what can be proven. It's oftentimes about pathos, the emotions of people. And this is what they prey on. The courts prey on the emotions of people. The politicians, they prey on the emotions of people, right? Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. People got mad. People talk shit, but they still went and voted for him. Like, he preyed on the emotions of people. Like, this is how dumb people are, right? Which is why the Electoral College came about, because the average person is always swayed by their emotions to make decisions. So they came up with the Electoral College vote so that could be the deciding factor of who's going to be the next leader in the country, because the founding fathers, they knew that people can easily be manipulated and swayed, right? And we see it all the time in elections. Politicians come around, they tell you a few good things, sweet nothings in your ear, and you vote for them. And then after you vote for them, they disappear. They don't do nothing for you. And then the next election, it happens again, and it happens again, and it happens again, because we're dumb. We're swayed by our emotions. But I don't want to go away. But yeah, that's the whole 4 points that I wanted to say. Like, so when everybody goes with their favorite, a lot of people will even go with them even if they're wrong. And this is the thing, because nobody cares about the facts and what really is going on. They only care that I like you, so I'm gonna side with you. But let me know what y'all thoughts are in the comment section. Make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, and you share. Stay blessed. Peace.